Hey guys, and welcome to the ActionJackson reaction. We're going to be taking a recap of the highlights of the past week of Evil 8 on this show, to make sure you don't miss any of the action. Last weekend was the first week of the second split, and had some great upsets. The first game I want to take a look at is Nemesis Hydra versus Phoenix Rain. This is a finals level matchup, so seeing it in round 1 was bound to be exciting. Rain kicked things off in style, getting lots of early game picks onto Hydra. Eventually, though, Hydra were able to start taking good fights. You can see here they were 1 kill to the 10 of Phoenix Rain, but somehow they stayed in the game, they farmed well, and they managed to come out ahead.
Nobody has gone down yet, but the re-engage could be here from Nemesis Hydra, and it is. We're going to be jumping on one, looking for the other. Status Fake not quite being hit by the death from above, but Taka is going to pay for that one as well. Old School gets the stun, but it's not enough to bring down Toph, and that is enough of an advantage for Hardek to come back in. Old School is...
Next up was Hammer's Kinetic versus Sweet and Sour. Kinetic dominated Game 1, winning in just over 9 minutes.
No, never mind. Oh, he is. Oh.
Light Company says polite death right there. Polly not going to get anchored in, still 20 seconds away, but with no Sky pushing in and some minion candies on these minions. Polly just got to get out of dodge, man. This is... Okay, see that line? That's your side of this room. Another turret is gonna drop, and Sweej, like, he is just protecting this team so hard. We got an anchor ready to go in 3 seconds if he even needs it. Sky is just gonna roll over. I said win the game in 10 minutes, but I didn't actually mean it, guys. They did.
Sweet and Sour were able to take a Game 2 win, but in a close Game 3, Kinetic closed it out.
Into it, Yazoo is the big target. Fountain is going to come down a little bit late. Kraken takes the gold mine, but it is going to be Box getting one, looks for the other, gets that Ardent kill, and now Sips is actually going to go the way of...
Third, we had the inaugural match of the recently promoted Necrolyte facing Phoenix Reborn. Many wondered how Necrolyte would perform without their star player Lightning T, but Necrolyte came out of the gate swinging.
But it doesn't matter because starting all over is already dead. Lance going forward. That could have been a mistake. Can we get the kill? Yeah, Xeno does have that one in the bag, but now it's a very dead Finn, and that's going to be a very dead Xeno tech.
In Game 2, though, Necrolyte picked up a CP Glaive and were unable to make it work. Moving into Game 3, Reborn were able to take the reverse sweep.
That was a hook, and it got Stalker, but at the same time, I mean, that is the tool now not useful in the rest of this. Stalker does actually get stunned into the silence. Are we going to get anything out of this caster? And wow, she hit the fountain by the end of it, but now standing solo, he's just not going to get that damage done. They lost at the Sky.
The final match of Day 1 was the age-old rivalry between Team Solo Mid and Hammer's Velocity. Coming into Week 1, we knew TSM were on the upswing, and with Flash X picking up Fortress, TSM looked very strong. Velocity answered in kind Game 2, though, and brought the series to a full 3 games.
And if you're on the gold mine, you can see that Taka's coming in to try and steal it. That's so important because Taka's really good at trying to steal that Kraken. And force the cord.
Yep, and Vanes is just out. He's not even level 6, so it doesn't really matter about that ultimate, but now Zeo, he's getting just pumped down.
TSM brought out the Saw to close Game 3 and advanced to Day 2, where they were facing Nemesis Hydra in our first semifinals. Finally, TSM gave the fans what they wanted and put Vainglory on Kestrel in Game 1, taking a commanding lead. This was the first loss for Nemesis Hydra in 15 games, and TSM woke the beast. Hydra reverse swept in style.
Double stun. He's not going to hit there on top of Vainglory, but the anchor made that fight happen. Kestrel is now out. Vainglory is running for it, and Flash is already dead in the water. That's an ace and another turret.
Our second semifinals was between Phoenix Reborn and Hammer's Kinetic. These teams were fighting tooth and nail to avoid the challenge battles last split, with Kinetic winning out. Reborn looked like they might get revenge after dominating Game 2, but Kinetic proved the result of Split 1 wasn't a fluke, closing things out in the final game.
All over, he gets some damage, but the camo is enough, and Starting gets that kill there. Mixi is left in Kinetic, low in game number 2 in that early, but they held on, they nearly brought it back. Game 3.
Moving into the finals, Nemesis Hydra were the favorites on paper, but Kinetic weren't going to roll over. Hydra led Game 1 for the majority, but Kinetic nearly took back momentum. Thankfully for Hydra, Hardek made a critical play to seal the deal.
Unfortunately, what happened was Hardek did take a lot of damage there from Mixi. No, he's gonna do it!
Oh my god!
Pawn the Original is an insanely strong Saw player, and in Game 2, Nemesis did not pay him the respect he deserves, allowing Kinetic to tie the series.
They needed that to trigger like 10 seconds ago. He has that roadie run. Joseph is now going to be in pursuit, but Hardek has got to be careful here.
No ace for them.
Wow.
Although Game 3 started well for Kinetic, some insane plays from Lost Boytov especially turned things back around for Hydra, and they won their third Evil 8 weekend in a row.
Now Joseph, he's looking for the kill. McShee gets the shield, gets the fountain coming out, and Sweejay's just trying to get the kill, but it's Ringo to go down first. Heartache now chasing off Pawn, and Joseph, can he get this kill on top of Sweejay? It's gonna come down low, the bleed!
This wraps up the North American recap for Week 1 of the second split of summer. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out the recap for Europe and tune in this coming weekend for more Evil 8 action.